last night we talked about offensive pressure down low, kind of breaking in behind their lines. Do you feel like you were able to do that effectively tonight, get pressure on San Jose?
Yeah, I thought we got some pucks into some scoring areas with better numbers for second opportunities. I thought we did a better job moving our feet along the blue line. I thought we found ourselves quite wide. Our lateral gap was wide, offensive and defensively. In the first game, I thought we did a better job, moving across the line as a pair.
The start, obviously, a lot better to get to that 1-0 start and then continues to actually never trail in the game. Anything you guys did differently or just feel like you executed better?
I think our compete and our tenacity was much better. We're a team that needs to be skating. We need to pressure. And if we miss a check, then we have to reload above and trust that we have numbers and connected support. And our game plan is fairly simple, but you have to be working and you have to be willing to compete in it. And I thought that needed to improve from the first night. And I thought for the most part tonight, we did a much better job of that.
Looking at Riley Damiani's game so far this season, I mean, he's clearly coming on as an offensive goal scorer and playmaker. What have you seen out of him, and what did you see out of him specifically tonight?
Yeah, no, he's making plays. Again, I think he fits exactly what we just described. He's quick. He's feisty. He's not afraid to get physical or win puck battles. He's responsible on the defensive side, but he can make plays offensively, and I think we're seeing that right now.
Speaking of Damiani, you had him paired with Adam Mascarin, who is not in the lineup tonight. Was that, first of all, is that an injury decision, or are you managing scratches and who's in the lineup?
Mash is day to day. We'll reevaluate him tomorrow, but he's day to day with an injury.
Okay, and just in general, I mean, how are you thinking now as you've had 5-6 games to start thinking about working guys into the lineup and making sure that you've got everybody's legs moving?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it that factor in, especially when you have guys getting send up with the taxi squad, and we have a very good communication with obviously the general managers on that side in terms of movement coming down our way. But at the end of the day, the lineup decisions, we want to make sure we're doing what's best in terms of development purposes and what also gives us the best chance to win on a nightly basis. So you have to find a fine line. But often I find that they do align as long as you're communicating well with your players and giving fair opportunity and having the standard. If someone's out and then there's a reason, you talk and then you move on, and then you give players a chance to respond.
Speaking of balancing lineup and such, Tommy Scholl's first AHL win tonight. Just talk about him as a goaltender and how you plan on platooning those guys.
Yeah, no, I was proud of Scholey. Obviously, I've coached him for several years. I know his game well. He's a guy that teammates love because, he just wants more work on the ice. He'll be out early, stay out late. He's a guy you have to say, all right, you've had enough, time to get off for the day. But he's a consummate professional and he's a good teammate. I think he's just settling in and finding his rhythm a little bit. Obviously it's a level up and, I think he's only going to get better with each start, but I thought he really settled in as the game progressed and made some very nice saves in first to third. In terms of how we're going to start goaltending, is similar as we discussed with lineup. We take everything into factor based on tendencies of another team to development to a lot of different things, and we'll make those decisions day to day.
Brian.
Yeah, just one of the guys that seemed to stand out all over the ice was Nikita Scherbak tonight. Can you discuss his game and what he's been able to bring to the team this year offensively? I mean, he seems to lead the team in shots every night.
Yeah, he's a very gifted player. He has a very offensive mind for the game, but I've also been impressed, his willingness to buy into the defensive structure. He's been a terrific teammate in terms of the leadership qualities. He's been very vocal in the dressing room and on the bench. And overall, I think he's been a great veteran presence for our group.
And then in addition to him, looking at Antonio Strandras' first game, what did you think of his first action in the pro circuit?
Guys, I thought he did really well. He's a young guy that's been doing everything we asked, right from camp to practice to if we're working on some power play stuff. He's coming out and killing. Both him and Nick Porco have done a great job as our young guys from the OHL stepping in. And I thought he had earned an opportunity to show us what he can do in a game. And I thought he handled himself quite well, considering, he hasn't played in a while as well. I thought his speed was good. I thought he made skilled plays. The few mistakes he did make were very coachable. And he's a coachable kid. So I liked what he did tonight.
Last guy, Joe Ciccone, it's his first pro goal tonight, and he had an assist as well. Just what does it mean for a guy like that to get rewarded after what a physical part he plays on the defensive side?
Yeah, no, I was happy for Cheeks. He responded well. I wasn't happy with him last night in his game, and we talked about it, and I thought his response was very good. And the goal is an added bonus, and the points are a bonus for Cheeks, but I thought his overall game, he was a lot sharper. He was engaged. His physicality was good. He made some great blocks both games. But overall, I thought, he really stepped up today, and we needed him to, and he did a good job.
Perfect. Anything last minute, Steven?
You gonna hold practice outside on Monday?
Yeah, I don't know if how the weather's going to hold up. We weren't expecting this, but it's hopefully everyone can stay warm out there in Texas.
Yeah, stay safe on the roads.
You as well.
Yep, thanks.
Thanks, Grammer. Much appreciated.
Thanks, guys.